My friends don't like me. My friends hate me. My friends never initiate plans. I'm just a girl who's just there. Nobody cares about me. Do these thoughts run in your mind? Let me know. I hear you. From the age of 1 to 25, I was somebody who was not a person or not a woman who had secure attachment. I was always the girl who felt out of place in her friend group. I always felt so insecure about who I was. I had no sense of self and I had disorganized attachment. So sometimes I would get really anxious and I wanted to spend lots of time with my girlfriends, and then I would go on the other scale and I just wanted to be alone and I wanted to be sad, and all I would do would be overthink and just think like, oh, people don't like me, girls don't like me, I'm not pretty enough, I am not thin enough. Like all of these thoughts just like made me wanna, like they made me feel so small. They made me feel like I just want to curl in the bed and I don't want to show up in the world. And even I remember in high school, I would go to the washroom and for 10 minutes, I wouldn't get out of the washroom because I just didn't like how I looked in the mirror. I had no confidence and I was just like, what is going on? So, when I turned 25, I went through a very painful heartbreak. Okay, it was a abusive relationship, and that heartbreak sort of opened me up to really go into this deep journey on emotional health, on mental health, on physical health, on spiritual health. And I just became a woman who no longer wanted to be the good girl. She wanted to be the villain. She wanted to set fires. I was just so done with life. I was so done being the punching bag that I was like, you know what? I'm going to change my life. So that's what I did. So in this video, I'm going to share 4 limiting beliefs that block us from showing up as a secure woman in this world. In case you don't know me, my name is Jaslyn Kaur. I am the founder, CEO of Quantum Counseling. I'm also a therapist and coach. Let's get into it. So, the number one block that blocks us from having a secure attachment is our own thoughts. Now, when we are growing up, we don't have our analytical mind questioning that, oh, let's analyze this scene. Is this true or not true? We did not. Between ages 1 to 7, whatever we saw, we recorded that in our subconscious mind as a video recorder. And our subconscious mind makes about 95% of our brain, and 5% of our brain is our conscious mind, the mind that you are aware of. So, for example, when you think thoughts of, my friends don't like me, these thoughts are coming from your subconscious mind because somewhere between ages 1 to 7, you made a belief about yourself that you are not likable, you are not lovable. Now, I can give you thousands of reasons why you might have formed that belief, but I don't know you personally, right? So for me, I always saw my parents fighting. And because I saw my parents fighting, I thought they were fighting because of me. I was a baby girl, right? So I didn't like think much. So I just formed that belief. So growing up, first of all, this is not about blaming parents. This is not about blaming your environment. This is about owning what happened to you and using that pain and converting that into purpose so that your future is full of love, happiness, joy, and adventure. Now, once you understand where is this belief coming from, okay, you take a journal and you write it down. When was the first time I didn't feel I belonged in a friend group? Who made me believe that way? Okay, now the great thing about being a human being is that we do have free will. With our free will, we can change our thoughts. We can change our beliefs. This is a great news. Neuroplasticity also proves this, that if you keep thinking a thought again and again and again and again and again, guess what? If you think the same thought again and again and again, that thought is going to be the foundation in your brain. So your current reality is saying, my friends don't like me. Okay. And okay, maybe there was a girlfriend, maybe there was a friendship breakup in high school. Okay. Maybe you were bullied in school. Maybe the mean girls, there was a situation of mean girls in high school. That's totally fair. But now that you are waking up, you were drawn to this video. I know you want to make change in your life. Now that you are becoming more aware, you know that, wow, we can change our beliefs, we can change our thoughts. Nobody told you this before. So if this is the first time somebody's telling you this, it's an honor, first of all, to tell you this, because this was a game changer for me. Change your belief. You have the power to change your belief. So the way you view yourself, okay, you have to understand that that thought, okay, my friends don't like me, grew somewhere. And now you're going to catch yourself thinking this way, and you're going to assume that your friends love you, they love spending time with you, they adore you, they respect you, they really cherish your friendship, they consider you extremely valuable. That's the new belief you are going to believe about yourself. Point number 2. Okay. Be your own best friend. It is so important to be your own best friend, because your sense of self, there's a reason it's called sense of self. There's a reason it's called self respect. There's a reason it's called self love. The reason, like, the word self is involved is because only you can give yourself the respect, the love that you're looking for. Even the liking that you're looking from your girlfriends, I know it feels amazing when our girlfriends hypes up. Like, for example, my friend would call me a queen. Anytime I would like call her and I'd be like, "Oh my God, this happened, blah blah blah," and she would be like, "You've forgotten you're a queen." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I forgot I was a queen. Yes, of course, I've got this under control. I can change my situation. I am not a beggar. I'm not a puppet. I am a lioness, and I can change this." Sometimes we all need that friend, right? But to depend on that friendship, that connection, and giving them the burden to now approve of you, validate you, acknowledge you in every phone call, that is a lot. You're asking a lot. Friendship is where, you show up with your cup full and your friends show up with their cup full. And if sometime they're down, you cheer them on. And if you are down, they cheer you on. That's friendship, right? We all have ups and downs. But when you seek validation in every conversation, you cannot even enjoy the friendship because you cannot enjoy your own company. That's why being your best friend is going to be a game changer, because for the rest of your whole life, you're going to be a woman who's confident. You're going to be a woman who's secure. You're going to be a woman who other women look up to because you are showing up as the example. So, what really helped me was having a journal. Oh my God, look how cute this journal is. Uh, have a journal, okay? Every day I reflect in my journal. I consider my journal my best friend. Okay. Gone are the days where anytime things happen to me, I would get on a call with my girlfriend and I would just immediately start complaining. And by the end of the phone call, I did feel good. But what did I learn from that incident? I did not learn anything. But when I started journaling, I started learning, reflecting from that experience and learning from that experience. For example, maybe there's something going on in your with your parents and that really upset you. So in your diary, you write this, that okay, you have a relationship with yourself. So you can give yourself a name. So for example, I talk to my inner child. I call her baby Jasleen. So I'll be like, okay, dear baby Jasleen, today parents were fighting. I felt bad. I feel bad for them. Uh, and I just want to let you know that this is how I feel. And then I question myself, like, okay, well, if this happened next time, what are you going to do? And then I have a solution already, because I have a mindset that I trust my parents for resolving that. They are their own, they are adults, they are grown-ups, they survived life before me. They can solve this problem without me jumping into saving them also. Because here's the thing, for years, I used to be a puppet, so I was like this puppet, and people would like pull my strings here and there. And if they were mad, I was mad. If somebody did wrong to them, I was mad for them. If they were sad, I was sad. And if they were sad, I would like try to crack a joke. I would entertain them. I would perform for them, just like how a puppet performs in the show, right? Like I was that puppet, and the strings, I was so attached to them that I wanted them to like me so much that I became their puppet. And when I realized this, I was like, no, I have to stop being a puppet. This is not healthy for me. I am not responsible for other people's happiness. And guys, this is before I became a therapist, so I was not being paid to resolve other people's emotions. So, a metaphor that I used is that, okay, when people are sharing that they're sad, I'm just going to be in the audience and I'm just going to imagine that I'm watching a sad movie. I'm going to be present, but I'm not going to tune in into their nervous system and feel sadness for them. I'm going to be in my own energy, present in my body, I always, because I was so dysregulated, when people would share heavy stuff with me, I would perform for them. I thought it's my duty to fix them. And when I started rewiring this pattern, I understood that, wow, like I'm a human being, they're a human being, I'm responsible for my emotions, and they are responsible for their emotions. And I want to be a great friend. So I'm going to be present, I'm going to listen to them, and I trust them that they are capable of resolving this situation. They have the sources, just like how I'm resolving my stuff. I trust them that they are resolving their problems. And I'm going to let them know that if they need help, and if I'm going to check my calendar first, because I know we girlies, we love to discard our calendar and help other people. And then we feel resentment later on, right? So let's not do that. Let's check our calendar. Do we have time to help? Oops, no, I don't have time to help. Okay, listen, I know you're suffering. I feel for you. I hear you. But I have a very busy week. Can I take you out for lunch next to next week? I do have time. And then your friend is, what is your friend going to do? Your friend is going to be like, yeah, that works, because, or they're going to propose a new date time. Whatever that is, you are not sacrificing yourself to save other person. Okay, stop chasing other person, otherwise you're going to play cop your whole life. You are you're your own person, they are their own person. So third, never feel ashamed when you're alone. I used to feel this so much. Like I would be like, oh my God, I'm alone now. I'm gonna be alone my whole life. And I'm an immigrant. So I moved from India to Canada in 2016. And I always wanted to have, anytime I was alone, I would feel shame come up. And I didn't even know that I was experiencing shame, because I thought being alone means you're a loser. But that's not true. That is so not true. We all have different seasons of life. When I was going through my heartbreak, I was alone. And thank God I was alone because I needed space to figure out who I am. Because I was so enmeshed in my relationship, my whole identity was being in that relationship, that once that relationship was over, I couldn't function. I did not know what I liked. I did not know what my hobbies were. I did not know what my purpose was. I did not know what my passion was. But I started researching a lot. And if I was busy with friends, I wouldn't have done the research. I wouldn't have known, wow, our thoughts and emotions create a reality. I wouldn't have become the creator of my life. I would still be a victim of my life. I had the understanding that life is happening to me, not for me. So I'm so grateful that I was alone during that time because that made me go after my dreams. So, if you are alone and you don't have a lot of friends, maybe you're going through a life transition. And I really want you to honor that season because you're not going to be alone for the rest of your life. There's a lot of women, a lot of men on this planet. I trust me. And once you are going through a hard time, I would highly recommend reading the book Becoming Supernatural because that book teaches you how to manifest things. So you can always manifest more girlfriends, you can always manifest more partners, but you need to know what you value. What qualities do you value in friendship? What qualities you value in a partner? And the only way you can get to know that is by first experiencing life through yourself. So start journaling every day. Make your calendar very important. Start planning things. Stop saying yes to people last minute plans because if you say yes to last minute plan, whatever you have planned for the next day, that's going to get affected and then you're going to feel resentment. So always, always, always plan ahead. Treat your time as something that is extremely valuable, because spending the wrong time with somebody can give you more trauma, can have a big impact on your self-esteem. So be really careful who your company is, be very careful which season of life you are in. The last point I want to make in this video is stop criticizing yourself. Your body listens to everything you are thinking. Okay? If you feel anxious being alone, if you feel like when you look in the mirror, you don't like what you're looking, I want you to recognize that. I want you to have that relationship with that inner critic because inner critic doesn't go away overnight. You have criticized yourself for so long. You have blamed yourself for so long. It's not going to go, that voice is not going to go away. I think in my private practice, I've seen this mistake, not this mistake, but just this pattern where we don't wanna feel sad, we don't wanna feel negative emotions. We just want to be happy all the time. But when you are going through that self-discovery, it's not going to go away. It took decades for you to be in that state. So start having a relationship with the critic, the bitch that comes in your mind that always criticizes you. Start having a relationship. Just be like, hey, bitch, you're back. Okay. You don't like my weight. You don't like my body type today. Okay. I see you. I hear you. I don't have to agree with you, but I hear you. Okay. You were programmed because of my past. I hear you. I see you. And I'm going to have a relationship with you. I accept you. I accept you. I get that. Why you followed society and according to society standards, you hated this body. I get that. I understand you. But from now on, I am being a woman who's very secure and I am going to build a relationship with my body. So I'm going to take the first step and start appreciating my eyes. Okay, go to the mirror and start looking into your eyes. Start appreciating your eyes, how beautiful they are, how mesmerizing your eyes are. Start there. I promise you, when you flip the script, your inner critic is gonna be is going to be like, what? She doesn't want to bury us? She's not doom scrolling to lower this voice. She's not eating out to lower this voice. She's not texting men to lower this voice. She's not relying on her girlfriends to lower this voice. Wow, she's accepting us. Huh, this is so weird. So make this play, like play with your thoughts. Accept the character in your mind. Start having friendship with it. Okay, start having relationship with sadness, start having relationship with shame, start having relationship with loneliness. It's okay to feel alone. You know, when you're alone, your inner child is really hurting. So do the activities that really make your inner child feel heard and seen. You can write a letter. You can hug yourself. It is so good. Like physical touch, just give yourself a really tight hug and tell yourself, oh, I know, Jasmine, you're feeling alone. I love you. I am here for you. It's okay to feel alone. It's temporary. There you go. 90 seconds. It takes 90 seconds to acknowledge a feeling, and then it goes away. But if you don't do these things for yourself, you cannot become a woman who's secure. If you told me a few years ago that, Jasleen, you're going to quit your accounting job, you're going to leave a career that pays very well, is very secure, and you're going to be a therapist and be a business owner, I wouldn't have believed you. I'd be like, who, me? No. So if I could become a woman who is secure, if I could become a woman who goes after her dreams, if I could become a woman who has a healthy relationship with myself and my girlfriends and my partners and my relationships in general, so can you. You have the power. Okay? Stop being a puppet. Stop giving your power away to people and become a lioness. Be that power in yourself. And if you need support with this, I'm accepting new clients. Book a counseling session or book a therapy session. The link is in the description box. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.